If a believer is relocating, if a believer is leaving Zimbabwe to go to South Africa, they need to communicate to their regional coordinator, the Zimbabwean regional coordinator, so that the Zimbabwe regional coordinator may communicate with the South Africa regional coordinator where you are going. And the assembly coordinator shall be communicated to by the South African regional coordinator. We have a new believer from Zimbabwe. This is his name. He has been in the faith for this long. These are the reasons for his relocation. He has this family, he is married, he has a wife, he has children. We don't want believers who leave their families in Zimbabwe to go to South Africa. They lie when they arrive into South Africa that they are single. And they start disturbing other believers, the faith who are in South Africa or wherever you are relocating. You have to get your leadership know where you are going. They are the ones who are going to introduce you to the region where you are going. Kana uri kubva ku South Africa uchirelocata ku Australia, hausiri unonomisa dundundu pamberi pa assembly coordinator wasvika ikoko. Tandiri ku Cape Town, ndinotopinda JRM. There is leadership and there is order in the church. We know we have fake believers among us. Some are sent by enemies of the gospel to spy on our liberty, to disturb our freedom in Christ. Some are just opportunists, vouchers, and scavengers who are trying to abuse the peace and the love that the Lord has given to us so that they can start to steal from believers, abusing them emotionally in the name of helping brethren, but actually they are not brethren. Tine vanhu vakauya ku JRM kungobatsirwa chete akanzwa kuti kune nyaya yefamily haumbofane nzara ukapinda JRM, vane vachingokubatsira. Saka zvekungoerekana wangouya uchiti ndabva kwakati, ndaipinda kuassembly kwakati, saka ndigamuchirei, kwete. There has to be some formal communication, either a letter, an email, or a message, or a phone call that your previous leadership will make to the new leadership of the place where you are relocating. If you are visiting on vacation, the same happens. I'm going to France for a vacation. There are believers in France, I would love to fellowship with them. You communicate through your leadership to communicate with the regional coordinator for Europe, because France is in Europe. We have assemblies in Europe. The regional coordinator for Europe will call believers in France. Brother Spencer is coming there on vacation. These are his contacts. He is a believer. Feel free to fellowship with him. He's going to make contact with you. When you arrive there, they will receive you. They will not suspect you. There will be peace. There will be love. There will be order. And what I'm saying here, it means our regional coordinators have a lot of work to do. They have also to take into consideration what I'm saying right now. We are having problems. We have different problems because there is not proper communications among leaders as far as this thing is concerned. One woman relocated. She left her family to another place. When she arrived in another assembly, she started deceiving that assembly that she was not married. She didn't say, I'm married, I'm Mrs. So-and-so. She said, no, I'm sister. And she started seducing boys to marry her. But she had a husband. And if that happens, the husband of that woman is going to blame the church. They are selling my wife, they are stealing my wife from me. The church wants to destroy my marriage. But that's not what the church is doing. It's not the church, it's your wife. But in order for us to protect the church, these protocols must be observed. If you don't want to fellowship, it means wherever you go, you must never fellowship. Where you live, that's your first place of fellowshipping. If you're in Zimbabwe, if you live in Ruwa, We have believers in Rua. We want to hear that you are attending sectional meetings in Rua. Your sectional leaders know you. Not for you to send a message to the Marondera Assembly asking them for money to pay rent. Help me. I couldn't pay my rent. Things are not well. Remember, we are a family. How come you are looking for help from the Marondera Assembly, but your own assembly doesn't know that you have a problem? So assembly coordinators must never accommodate believers from other assemblies who bring their matters to their assemblies. Refer them back to their local leadership. And some do not want to fellowship. They say, I don't like fellowshipping. So they will never attend sectional meetings. You don't attend sectional meetings in Rua. When you go to Mutare, you get stranded. You are now calling the Mutare Assembly Coordinator. I'm a believer in Rua. Please find me some believer to accommodate me for the night. I couldn't get transport to go back to Harare tonight. I was coming from Mozambique. This Mutare coordinator must ask you, who is your assembly coordinator or your sectional leader? Before they talk about offering you accommodation, they must call your assembly coordinator. Do you have a believer called Itai? And the assembly coordinator must also ask, does he fellowship with others? If the answer is no, this one in Mutare will say, brother, we have found out that you don't love to fellowship, so we are not going to help you. Go back to your section, start fellowshipping. You can't look for brethren when you want help from them. But when it is time for you to fellowship with them for the sake of your spiritual edification, you are running away. You say, I don't love many people. I want to be alone. Are you a snake? If you are a snake, then stay a snake. After all, snakes are sons of the devil. You are supposed to love brethren. So tindofarira kugara ndega zvimweya wenyuka. Mwana waMwari haambotini zvekufellowshipa zvondinetsa, zvekugara nevanhu vakawanda zvondinetsa. Kana uchiroja mu1 room muri mukomana, munotombofanira kurara makawanda muri 5 mu1 room imomo. Dzimwe mabrothers ambokushanyira. Morara kuma 2 am muchikurukura zvevhakeri muchiseka, iwo umboendawo uchinoshanyawo. Kwete wozoti walokerwa imba narendi rodotadza kubhadhara rendi, wakuti una brother Peter, ndingauya uzorara 3 days. Ndiri kushaya pekugara ndakatadza kubhadhara rendi. Brother Peter havakuzive, hamusati mamboshanyirana, usati wadzingwa pawamba pawagara apa. Brother Peter vanambokufonera, hauna kumbovadeedza kumba kwako. Wakuda kuuya kwavari ndawaomerwa. Kwete. Believers, do not be abused by other believers. Exercise due diligence. Verify. If a believer sends you a message and says, I'm a believer, I want to be a friend, ask them which assembly do you fellowship with. If they are youths, ask them who is your chairperson, who is the vice chairperson. Then communicate with the chairperson. There's a believer who is calling himself Nelson, but he says he's from your assembly. Is he a youth? Unobvimbwa nemunhu ane mukadzi achikunyepera kuti ndi youth. Ozotinyepera iwewe kuti akandinyepera indakangozvibhilivhawo. Wakadi kufonera leadership yeyouth, wakadi kufonera youth pastor kubvunza kuti mune muyouth here anonzi Nelson. Iwo wangu watodanana naye seiko makambozviona kupi kwezvozvo. Hatina zvinhu zvakadaro muJRM isu. Zvoti mukomana nokupfimba motodanana azvimo muJRM izvo. Haupfimbwe mongodanana. Utori mhosva iyoyo. Ukangoita mukomana bedzi Pastor Balewe vasingazvizive, it's an offense. We will punish you for that. If you want to find a girlfriend to date, before you tell her you love her, you must go to the pastor. The pastor has 3 responsibilities. Number 1, to verify you whether you are actually a believer who should date one of our children. If you are less than 6 months old in the church, you are not allowed to date. Doesn't matter you were baptized. Katenda ukanhasi, nasi musi wa 21 November. Haugoni kupfimba musikana musi wa 21 February. Asa zvakuita, haubvumidzwe. Unoratidza kuti unenge usina kuuya kuzoponeswa, wauya kuzoraura. Zvino vanhu vakauya kuzoraura hatidi. If you are a single lady and you are born again in January, you cannot date until you are 1 year old in the faith. Zvekuti uyo ari kukuda uyo akangoti ndoda kudanana na brethren Miriam, ndaona brethren Miriam ndavafarira. The pastor's duty is to verify whether this sister you are looking for is allowed to date at that particular time. That's his duty as well. We have cases where the woman was divorced, and when the divorce was done, the church was trying to reconcile these people so that they cannot continue to live in divorce, because the church does not allow people to divorce. While we are helping this woman to go back to her husband, this man comes and says, I have seen this woman, I want to marry her. Which woman do you want to marry? This one which was divorced 6 months ago. What kind of a person are you? So the pastor must verify the one who wants to ask this girl out. Is he allowed to date? That's the first thing. The second thing is, the pastor knows everyone who is in the church. He has a way of knowing everyone. If he doesn't know the girl you want to ask out, the pastor will find out about that girl. And the pastor will verify whether that girl is allowed to date. So the pastor has 3 responsibilities. He vets the one who wants to date. He vets the other person who is the target. I'm interested in this one. The pastor will tell you, no, you can't date Miriam. Miriam is a married woman. The issue that they are divorced to the church, we don't consider it yet. Or if that divorce happened and it happened outside the hands of the church, well, we accept that. But we don't allow those who are divorced to get married within 2 years of that divorce. We don't allow that. If you get divorced in January 2021, you will not get married until February 2023. 2 years. Ukauya pakatapa uchiti panada kundiroora imhosva tokupanisha kuti sei usingagoni kudzora nyama dzako unonenhera kudaro sei. Ibhawa here rineri rekungoti ukakechwa neuyo akakusiya wotsvaga mumwe ndiani anoda kundikecha. The church is not a beer. And very soon I will authorize the pastor to start to shame shameless people who are giving us trouble with their flesh. Very soon I will shame them. Tichatanga kudeedzera mazita. Kuna amai ningi avabvire nyaya dzevarume. Kuna sister ningi, kuna brother ningi. Vachazviita pastor izvozvo. How can one woman be married by 3 men under 5 years? Are you out of your mind? Huh? Waka uchechi uchinzi mai muzane navo. 2 years later wakati ndakunzi mai matemai. The 4th year wakuti ndakunzi mai mutenhesanwa. Are you out of your mind? Are you a dog? Mukadzi 1 uda kurohwa nevarume 3 in 5 years. No, we will not allow that. So those who are not able to control their flesh, be careful. We are going to shame you. We are going to put your picture and all your details. And we are going to warn the whole church. Be careful. This woman is dangerous. Or this man is dangerous. He can't control his flesh. Hatisi kuda zvinhu zvakadaro, Brother Nelson.
Yes.
The third responsibility of the youth pastor is to help protect other relationships in the church. You see, we don't like a situation where Brother Nelson is interested in Sister Rose, but Brother Nelson does not know that Sister Rose is already in a relationship with Brother Dixon. If Brother Nelson approaches Sister Rose, and Sister Rose tells Brother Nelson that I am already in a relationship with Brother Dixon, Brother Nelson, if he is not in his right mind, he will start to de-campaign Brother Dixon in order for him to overtake Brother Dixon. Or Brother Nelson will hate Brother Dixon for having gone ahead of him to ask Sister Rose for love. So before Brother Nelson speaks to Sister Rose, the pastor already knows that Sister Rose is in a relationship with Brother Dixon. So once he speaks to Pastor Baloyi, the pastor will not tell him who is Sister Rose's boyfriend. Brother Nelson will just be told, Sister Rose is no longer available. Keep hunting. Change your hunting ground.
Yes.
You see now. So that when Brother Nelson and Brother Dixon meet together in the word, there won't be tension between them because of a sister. Sometimes Brother Nelson is interested in Sister Rose. Sister Rose is not in a relationship, but Sister Rose has been in 2 relationships already with other believers. And Sister Rose has become a problem to the church. Because of that, Sister Rose has been suspended from relationships until she is rehabilitated. Brother Nelson doesn't know that. If Brother Nelson successfully dates Sister Rose, Brother Nelson will become boyfriend number 3 to Sister Rose in the church. When Sister Rose's first boyfriend meets Brother Nelson, let's say her first boyfriend is called Brother Nick. Brother Nick may tell Brother Nelson, Magadi Bamdik.
Yes.
And Brother Nelson will ask, what does the word Bamdik mean? And Nick will say, go and ask your girlfriend. By so doing, we create unnecessary tension for things that are distractions according to the previous message.
Yes.
That's why we don't want you to just approach people, ask them for love, and approaching people, ask them for love without approaching the necessary leadership that is available. No, we will not allow that. And there are certain situations where we will tell you, this sister is available and you are available, but we are just not permitting that relationship to take place. We have done that before. Considering the nature of your character, there is no relationship that can come out between the two of you. You are unlike poles. This one is a north pole. You are a north pole. You never attract. Go your separate ways. No explanations further. You are banished from dating Sister Princess. Because the character Sister Princess, ne character yako, apabude marriage. The pastor can do that. Or we can tell you, you are 2 years younger than Sister Princess. Because of that, you will not date Sister Princess. Don't tell me we get along very well. Age is just a number. We will tell you, go and do it outside the church. Go and find a woman 10 years older than you and marry her outside the church. Here will not allow that. Urakurora munhu akakura kwauri ne 2 years wakambozvona kupi izvozvo unopenga vasikana vadiki kwauri vapera iye ndiyo kupedzisira hanzi tonzwisisana uye hasi musikana kwauri ndamai vakwavo isu techikubatsira da tokuziva kuti uchadzoka futi manje. Okay, it was serious.
Yes.
Yeah. Pastor Baloyi, I'm going to instruct him to punish everyone who is getting into a relationship in the church without, number one, the knowledge, number two, the approval of the youth pastor. We are going to punish those people. Effective immediately. We are going to punish you. What are you running away from? The pastor is not going to tell you who to date, but he's going to guide you. Because this girl you are dating, she is somebody's daughter. Some of our believers, their parents do not believe. If you mess up this child's life, the church is going to be blamed. Vakamiti someone wrong. Iso atisiri takamiti someone ndiwo wakaita izvo. So we are protecting the gospel. We are protecting the institution. We have to know your intentions. We have to check your record in your participation in church activities. We have to check also whether you are in the right mind to run a relationship. Dakuroora rini, notambira mari. Hanzida utanga unobika mabhanzi. Dautanga rini zvonzo rinouya. Kwadi umbotanga wambobika mabhanzi umbonoti anotengwa here usati watsvaga musikana. Ko akasatengwa mabhanzi ako aya. Zvaita sei? We don't want the church to be brought into the mud by believers who are uncouth in their behavior. We have to safeguard the integrity of the church. We have women who are part of us. Their husbands do not believe. We have to protect their marriages so that because of how we do things, peradventure, God willing, this woman may become a sermon that lures a husband into the faith. We don't want to give this unbelieving husband a reason to hate the gospel because we didn't treat their marriage with the respect that it deserves. No, we are not going to allow that. We will never have a situation in which a sister will come to the pastor and say, Brother Nelson is asking me for love. Pastor Baloyi will tell her to go back and punish her for being too forward. Kana vari mukoma Nelson vari kukuda ndo vanoenda kakuna pastor unotaura kunze kwokunge sister uyu achipfimbwa neasingatende, she can then come and say, a certain unbeliever is asking me for love, but I think he's a good guy. Because we are not forcing our people, our children, to marry only JRM members. No, we don't have such a policy. You can marry even chinyawu chaicho chakapfeka manhenga unogona kuroorwa nacho. Hatikurambidzi izvo. Ndozvaunenge wada. Asi kana uri mwana wedu, toda kuzviziva kuti wakuroorwa nechinyawu. Toda kuzviziva izvozvo. If you are a believer from another assembly and another believer from another assembly is asking you for love, that is suspicious. Apatomborina zvaitika iko kungoti brother inde kuJoburg assembly iri kupfimba sister vekuDurban. Zviri suspicious izvozvo. Usati watombozviconsider kuti ndomuda here kana ndoregera manhara kuassembly leadership yake mukomana kuti ndionerewo zvaaita anditi anondida ndiri kuno kuDurban. What this brother should do is to speak to his assembly leadership. I have a sister in Durban which I love. And this leadership in Joburg, where this brother lives, will communicate to the leadership in Durban to find out if this sister is, number one, a true believer, number two, does not have issues that could prohibit her from being allowed to get into a relationship, number three, to also verify that if she is not already in a relationship with another brother there, before this brother ask this sister in Durban assembly for love.
Yes.
You see now?
Yes.
Imagine ukaudzwa wewe kuti msikana wako akapfimbwa nevamwe brother. So kubohwa kuti brother vaita sei. So if this sister in Durban, say her name is Melissa, she's in a relationship in Durban with brother Rockford, and this brother in Joburg asks for love. Brother Rockford will hate this brother in Joburg. He wants to steal my girlfriend away from me. What is wrong with him? Are there no girls in his assembly there? But you are not prohibiting believers from across assemblies to date. We are simply saying the procedures must be strictly followed.
Yes.
Hausiriwo unotanga kunotaura naye iworu uruseri kumapiripitu. Vanhu vanokuziva ikoko ndo vanofanira kutaura nekunogara musikana. Musikana wenyu akamira sei? Brother vari kuno vati vanomuda. Assembly yoti ei. Kana vari brother Rudolph. Kwete tatambura navo kuno. Tatambura navo itoudza musikana iyeye kuti ngaachije nhamba dzefoni kana zvichibvira. Tochengetedza mwana wedu.
Yes.
Kwete kuti munhu ari kuDurban anomitiswa nemunhu ari kuJoburg achinda handisingazvizive kuti brother vachona ndo zvavanoita. Ukangozviita sei? Unofunga sei? Haufunga kuti kupusa kwacho kwanyanyawo kupusa. So this is over. I think I've said enough. We want order in the house of God.
Yes.
Yes. We want order in the house. Brother Nelson.
Yes, ma'am.
What have I said? You are, since you are based in Zimbabwe, how do you date a brethren that is in Australia? If there's a sister in Australia whom you want to ask out, what is the correct procedure?
Yes, you said the first procedure was to speak with your assembly leadership where you stay.
Yes.
Then notify them that you have a sister who is in Australia, whom you love.
Yes.
Then from there, the assembly, from your local assembly should communicate with the leaders in the assembly where that girl must be staying. Then they should verify if that believer there is a true believer, and also if she is ready for marriage and there is nothing prohibiting between the two of you. Then in that case, after communicating, the leadership, if they have communicated enough with the pastor also cognizant of what's happening, then you can be given a green light to continue.
Yeah. Sometimes that girl is going to school and her age and at a level, we don't allow her to be dating. And you will be told, this girl is too young to date. Yes. Find a more mature girl. Or you will be told you are too young to date yourself.
Yes.
Find a job, go to school. And if you tell your assembly leadership, I have a sister in Australia, I want to date her, don't give them pressure. You don't call them after 2 weeks. How far with my issue? Ndokandira mazaira unotinda kunenhaira ndokandirira pai. Let them do their due diligence. Don't give them pressure. I told you my case 2 months ago. You are still quiet about it. My girl will be stolen there. She is not yet your girl. Leave us alone. When we are ready to give you feedback, we will call you.
Yes.
That lack of patience again is to be suspicious. What are you planning to do? Why so urgent? Where were you all these years? If you wanted to marry 2 years ago, why didn't you marry 2 years ago? What's the fuss all about? Ndakataurira assembly leadership yacho, but vakaita 4 months vakanyarara, vanobvumidzwa. Hausi urwere unoda kunzi udetserwa ambulance.
Yes.
Dzikama. performance ipapo panenge paine zvakawanda zviri kuitika zviri kubvunzwa. Kana varedhi vachati Nelson uya kuno wakanga wati nemusikana waruda kuAustralia hazviite kuti mudanane pane zvikonzero. They have a right to tell you the reasons. If they don't want to tell you the reasons why you can't date that person, they are not under any obligation to explain to you. But some of the reasons are not meant for your consumption, because this person is not going to be in your life anyway. Why should they tell you their personal details? There are other sensitive issues that we have to consider. This sister may have a medical condition that you are not aware of. And when they interview you, they will ask you, if this sister has this condition or that condition, will you take her? And you swear with all your ancestors, never. Now they can't tell you a medical history because that is unprofessional, unprocedural, and illegal as well.
Yes.
But since they know your interest, they can tell you, you cannot date this sister. We can't tell you the reasons. Don't go behind the leadership back and start to ask her out. And after you date her, she tells you a medical story and you are no longer interested. You are going to torture that sister.
Yes.
Because she now thinks this medical condition of mine is the reason why men are running away from me. So in order for us to spare her from all that trauma, we just tell you, we know what you are looking for. This girl, this sister, does not have what you are looking for. Leave her alone. So you see, the youth pastor is a bridge. The leadership is a bridge. You'll be saved from certain embarrassments and certain problems.
Yes.
And it? Yeah. So, hatisina kumbonyeperana. Zviriko zvinhu zvakadaro.
Yes.
Maybe you have a medical condition. The pastor will ask you about your medical, your health also. Yes. How healthy are you? Do you have any chronic illness? I have this problem. Are you on any medication? And you say, well, I'm taking medication for a bipolar disorder. You see? The pastor will speak to Sister Rose. Brother Nelson is looking for you. But Brother Nelson has a bipolar disorder. And Sister Rose will say, Tofiagwa. So instead of you to approach her directly and get embarrassed, the pastor will simply say, I considered your request. There are reasons why you can't date Sister Rose.
Yes.
You see? It saves you.
Yes.
Iwe ukazotaura naye Rose uya uyeverwe seri obva ati iwe usiri nebhaibhora here iwe wane BP manje kuti musikana akandirambira kuti ndinorwara. Because munhu ane choice ka unenge uchirwara and haisi dambudziko rekuti munhu anga akurambe, asi munhu anenge achifanira kuita decision yekuti ndane mutoro wandakutakura ndiri ready here kugara nemunhu anombopota achita urwere hwakadai. Ina handisi ready zvangu, handisi kuti iwewe haungaroore, but kwete inini handizvikwanisi.
Yes.
Saka pastor vanenge vachikuziva imese wototi uyu haaite ba wokuti aiwasiyana nazvo, tsvaga mumwe. And we want believers, our youth, to be very, very open with the pastor as well and all the advisors in the youth department. Tell them all your story. Yes, tell them all your story. We had an issue some few years ago where our girl did not disclose to her boyfriend that she was HIV positive until the boy paid the bride price. The girl only opened up after the boy had paid his money. And the boy said, I'm not ready to marry such kind of a person. I am not saying she can't get married, but I'm not ready to marry somebody like that.
Yes.
She deceived me. I'm also very unhappy for that dishonesty, because what she withheld from me was very important for me to make a decision whether I was going to go ahead with my plans to make my life. This is a life commitment. Don't force people to accept your condition. There are people who are going to be ready to accept your condition without giving you their own conditions. You are always going to find somebody who loves you for who you are. Don't force people. Amufungire kuti mukadaro maakuda kupa vanhu zvikonzero zvokuti varambe vamwe vane vanhu, saka kana adaro achaitwa sei kwete. This is love we are talking about. This is a marriage we are talking about. Somebody cannot enter into a marriage unhappy. Anozofara rini? So the boy did not marry this girl. The boy requested the parents to give him a refund. The parents had used up the money. So the parents made up a payment plan. Eventually, the parents never gave him back his money, but he eventually found another girl and married her. That is not right. You can't be crook. You can't crook people into getting married. Be open, be honest about yourself. There's always someone out there who wants to marry you.
Yes.
It used to be a crime. And now it's no longer a crime in most countries, because they are saying, instead of you accusing this one of deceiving you, why didn't you ask to go for HIV testing, both of you? It was your decision. You decided to be deceived. Go and get tested, both of you. Hakuna kumutenda unotestwa uye nema results endaimetse newewo futi enda unotestwa. Unoto wagara pasi chair rako sokuti tanga watestwa ndo unoti uri right. Kweiwe wanzina uri right, anzaiti right. Iwe auzviudze kuti uri right, testwa imese. Kana matofunga izvozvozvo motonera sei munotestwa.
Yes.
Pazindopika namai vangu chaivo. Handirwarei, handisi kuda kurorwa namai vako, ndikuda iwe handei tinotestwa.
There are things in the faith that we cannot afford to take lightly. How we fellowship, how we relate to one another, and how we handle our relationships matters. And when it comes to marriage and commitment, be open and be honest. For more Bible Nuggets teachings from Apostle T.F. Chiwenga, subscribe to Bible Nuggets in Jesus Revelation Ministries and watch the next teaching on screen.